All right, hockey fans, good morning as we watch St. John Fishers collect around their goaltender, get some energy boosted up. I am only 3 sips into today's first cup of coffee, but don't you worry, there is nothing like the excitement and energy from an ice hockey game to get somebody up and in the mood. Here is Bishop's University collecting around their goaltender, taking a look. What's going on? Oh, last minute instructions, a little prayer, and it is game time here at Saranac Lake Civic Center.
Even for the Civic Center. It's for teachers, district university against St. John Fisher.
Not doing violence, I guess. No, no.
The schedule events. From Bishop Starting in that ball with number 9, Case Brown. That ball number 6, Spencer Canal. And forward number 29, Tristan Cote. And defense, number 4, Nathan Gagnon. And defense, number 8, Kevin Joseph Avan. And in that commission, number 1, Nicholas Alejandro. This is the coach by Mr. Jordan Shiva. Wow, brother, I think from Fisher. Going for 14, that's Nicholas Eisenhunt. At 12, number 18, Taylor Toro. Forward, number 23, Jack Petzany. And that's number 3, Cole Leonard. And that's number 4, William Joy. And goal from St. John Fisher, number 31, William Joy. The card number 4, by Mr. Adam Johnson. Officials who score his game are Mr. O'Reilly, Mr. Ryan St. Louis, Mr. Jason Lemieux. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join us to the playing our national anthems.
All right, hockey fans, and we are ready to go. Started off with the Canadian national anthem, naturally, because Bishop's University is located in Canada. Eh? Team full of shoresies over there, if you could hear the language coming off of the ice. Pitter patter, let's get at her. St. John Fisher in white, the home team. They are on the left side of the scoreboard. They will be starting off this game going from right to left. Bishops in purple. They are the visiting team on the right side of the scoreboard, beginning this game going left to right. There is the face-off at center ice, won by Bishop's University. Puck goes back to number 8, Joseph Aubert. Pass up into the neutral zone for Cote. Cote sends this all the way across, breaking in. Jordan Wade shot, save made, goes off the goaltender. Battle for that puck in the corner. Puck comes across the slot, misses everybody, and comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Nathan Gagnon picking that puck up. Gagnon swinging around through the neutral zone, tries to dump that puck in, gets denied, comes back, battling for it. Mateo Torres can't keep it, though, and Cote dumps that puck in. Taken away by Dylan Joy. Joy sends this up, and it goes off of Gagnon and back into Fisher's end of the ice. Fisher trying to clear it out, and does. Hustling after this puck. Nathan Gagnon grabs this at the top of the house, passes it out to Pequin at the center line. Pequin can't penetrate into the O-zone. Puck comes back, breaking the blue line. Griffin Mayo. Mayo centering pass, and it misses, goes to the corner. Carson Berg not able to get to that puck in time. Behind the net, Jordan Wade takes this to the corner, drifting backwards, looking for somebody to pass to, pressed up against the boards by number 21, who might be Sean Olheim today. I'm not sure. I don't see Sean's father. Saw him yesterday. Yesterday he was wearing 8. Oh, there he is. I see him now. Okay. Track him down between periods. Here comes Bishops. Leandre Jodouin dumps this puck all the way down. First one to it. Kevin Green, that's an icing. We'll bring the faceoff down to the other end of the arena. Shout out to my sponsors. Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street in Pulaski, New York, next to the Dollar General. Power Play Sports. Exit 47 off Interstate 81 in Watertown. Top Notch Roofing, CNY.com, and Glory Construction and Development. This puck comes in the Bishop's zone. Bishop's losses down. Puck collected by John Chirino. Comes in front of his net. Passes over to Kevin Green. Green off the boards. Trying to hand it off to Avery Vogt or Sean Olheim, depending on who's wearing number 8 today. Bishop's in the neutral zone. Cross-ice pass gets deflected by Vogt. Chased down by Liam Harpin. Loose puck. Harpin shuffles this around for Michael Brink. Brink takes this into the corner. Turn, sends this up to the point. Jonah Reshore shot. Save made. Rebound far side. Going after it. Number 11, Frederick Grignon. Grignon sends this up to the point for Anderson Hapke. Hapke fires this in. Save made. Puck dished over to the side. Bishop takes this into the corner. Liam Harpin in the trapezoid. Turns this puck over. Cole Flannery trying to get it out. Flannery sends it up the board. Puck taken away by Beaufils. Beaufils couldn't get that shot on net, or couldn't get it to Berry. Follows this puck around into the corner. There's a shot. Save made. Rebound back into the corner. From the corner, looking. Cross-ice pass all the way over for Harpin. Harpin not able to get it in. Sends this back around to Grennan in the corner. Loose puck, and Fisher takes control. Puck passed across to Jack Chapman. Chapman loses it. It crosses over the blue line, and Liam Harpin chases this down back behind his net. Harpin challenged by Jackson Pensabine. Pensabine takes that puck away off the board, sends it in back behind the net, and Frederic Grignon going after it. Grenon sends this out into the neutral zone, collected by Flannery for Fisher. One-touch pass to Garrett Eisenhut. Eisenhut coming in. Eisenhut weaving, wandering, shot, save, rebound, shot, save made. 2 big saves for Nicholas Haletenko. Back to back. Here's Anderson Hapke taking that shot. Rebound goes to Fisher, and that cross pass intercepted by Jordan Waite. Waite passes off to Austin Halise-Cloutier, who loses that puck when he picked his eyes up to see where to pass it to. Puck taken by Nick Rippey. Rippey back out to the center point. From the center point, Flannery couldn't get that on net. Goes into the corner, collected by Torres. Behind the net, sends this up to the point. From the point, back in behind the net. Pensabine picks it up off the backboards. Pensabine sends this back to make somebody else do the dirty work, going in to fight for it. Vincent Dion of Bishops. Dion sends this over into the middle for Hapke. Hapke passes this puck over to La Pietra. La Pietra on the far side sends this puck into the Fisher zone. And Dylan Joy receives a pass from Cole Flannery. Back to Flannery. Flannery sends this out. If it makes it, it's going to be an icing. And that's an icing, as Jack McGowan is the first person to break the plane between the face-off dots. We are 4.5 minutes into the first period, and we are scoreless, each team with 3 shots on goal apiece. Face-off to the right side of Derek Joy, and that official doesn't like what he sees, and we're not even 5 minutes into the game. Face-off taken by Carson Berg. Puck goes behind the Fisher net. Mateo Torres back to play on it. Battle for that puck in the corner. Coming out Fisher. Bank pass to get it into the neutral zone. Glove down by Chance Bears. Bears crest against the boards. Able to get that puck in deep. Picked up by Dylan Joy on the far side of the trapezoid. Joy sends this around along the boards. Coming by to pick that puck up is Jeff Vallone. Vallone in. Shot. Save made by Haletenko. Rebound picked up by Danev Paquin. Paquin in the middle. Passes this puck over to Fennell. Fennell. Yeah, puck turned over high in the zone. No, not Mateo. It's Griffin Mayo. I saw Griffin Mayo laying in the hallway in the hotel last night, getting focused for this morning's game. Nathan Gagnon loses that puck in the middle, turns and rips it down the length of the ice. Fisher picks it up at their blue line. Pass over to Carson Berg. Berg can't break it, the blue line. Puck gets turned over. Marc-Antoine Legasse dumps his puck in the trapezoid, picked up by Kevin Green. Green rips this around. This puck is passed out to to Reshore. Reshore sends this in deep. Joseph Aubert picks that puck up. Reshore and Aubert continue to battle. Back behind the net on the far corner. Marc-Antoine Legasse sends this back behind the net for Bishops. Turned over to Fisher in the neutral zone. Open ice collision. Puck picked up by Gagnon along the board. Gagnon sent to the ice by Caleb Clark. Clark puts this puck into the corner. Makes Kevin Green do some dirty work to get this puck in, up, and around. Caleb Clark on the far side. Absorbs a hit. Bishop sends this back in at the hash marks. Jack Knox with it. Passes puck across. Gets the Gagnon shot. Save made. Loose puck along the half boards. Held in by Cody Morton. Now it's not. Bishop's trying to figure a new way in. Cody, centering pass. Puck in the slot taken away by Fisher. And St. John's Fisher passes it over to Bishops. Liam Harpin drifts back in his defensive end. D-to-D pass over to Caleb Clark. Or not Caleb, for either Sean Olheim or Avery Vogt. Hustling after that puck, Mateo Torres loses it. Jordan Waite with it. Waite punches his puck up to the blue line now, passes it across. Beaufils takes this over to the side, sends this back behind the goal. Frederick Gagnon takes it, sends this up to the point. Jourdain with that puck, and it's taken over on the side by Fisher. Jackson Pensabine collects that puck and ices it. For all of your roofing needs, contact topnotchroofingcny.com for Oswego County and points south. And a little east and a little west. Hustle after that puck and first one to it, Kevin Green. Glory Construction and Development for all of your new building and new structure construction needs. If you're going to have it built, have it built in his glory for Jefferson County and points north and a little bit east. Because, well, you know what? A little bit west also, because Glory Construction now does dock installations. You want a hot dock for your sweet boat, your sweet float? Contact Glory Construction. Nice glove save by Derek Joy. Remember, if you subscribe, then you can chat with me live in the chat box. Face off won by Bishops. Leandre Jodin battling for that on the side, gets knocked back out to the point. Sandro LaPietra fires that shot, save made. Of course, love watching hockey. Got a little toy poodle over here, a white toy poodle, watching the hockey game. Appears to be rooting for Fisher. I can tell because he said woof woof instead of la woof, eh? That's how you know. Dog language. You got to learn it. Cole Flannery back to get that puck taken away by Vincent Dion. Dion sends this up to the point, switches positions, shot off the glove, rebound, knocked into the corner. All the way back in his own end, Anderson Hapke. Hapke passes his puck up to Cote. Cote drifts in, has his puck knocked free, collected in the neutral zone by Danev Paquin. Paquin passes his puck across to Austin Cloutier. Cloutier loses it, and it's taken by Eisenhut. Eisenhut over the blue line. Has that puck knocked free. Following behind, though, is Sean Olheim, not able to keep it with him. Puck taken away. Spencer Fennell coming in. Fennell dumps this into the corner to go to work. And puck comes up to the point. Fired in on Liam Harpin. Loose puck out in front. Save made. Rebound comes over to the corner. There's a nice check by Cote. Puck comes loose and goes to St. John Fisher. Breakout pass goes to Jack Chapman. Chapman shot. Save made. Her rebound swept away by Liam Harpin. And by Chapman, I meant Gavin Tremblay. Puck in the corner. Marc-Antoine Legasse trying to get possession. Costs it over to Aubert. Or is that Paquin? No, it's Paquin. From the top of the slot, shot, glove save. Derek Joy. Nice shot taken by Liam Harpin, just not able to find the back of the net. Face-off brought back to the point by Gagnon. Sends it in, comes back out. Gagnon receives it at center ice. Long pass across the ice to Jack Knox. Knox brings this in. Shot goes across the paint. Cody Morton not able to get to it. Fisher trying to get that puck out. Morton trying to keep it in. Morton trying to hook, grab, steal, and loiter. Nathan Gagnon drifts back to his own zone, tries to get it out, passes it right to Eisenhut. Eisenhut shot, and that save is made by Nicolas Haletenko. Très bien, monsieur. Face off to the right side. That is au droite. Oh, Nicolas. Face off. Won by Bishops. Gagnon sends this back behind the net. Now it's passed up to James Beaufy. Beaufy over the blue line into the ozone. Centering pass is knocked back behind the net by Fisher, sent all the way around behind the net, touched by Nathan Gagnon at the blue line, so no chance for an icing. Gagnon goes back behind his net, and the Bishop's University Gators reset. Pass out right side, so Frederick Grenon sends this across to Beaufils. Beaufils stops short now, dumps this puck into the corner. Jordan Waite going to work, loses his stick, trying to kick that puck. That wasn't Waite, that was Cole Flannery of Fisher that lost his stick. Puck cuts passed over to Joquin. Shot fired. Loose in the slot. Sent up and collected by Carson Berg. Berg brings this into the neutral zone. Tried getting it around Harpin. Not able to. Berg has this on the blue line. Dumps it in. Then Fisher checks up on sides. In the corner, Leandre Jourdain picks this up. Goes into his trapezoid and reassesses the situation. Situation cessed. Out comes Jourdain. Jourdain dumps this into the corner. And he's going to go after it. And takes care of Kevin Green, loses the puck, though, and Eisenhut picks it up. Eisenhut tries passing this over to Mayo. Puck is deflected away by Beaufils. Comes back, faces Fisher's way, collected by Harpin in the neutral zone. Or Harpin? Let's go Harpin. I'm an American. Dion passes puck across and misses O'Grady. O'Grady, though, reconnects, shovels his puck forward, coming in, and no, shots on the short side. Not able to get that puck in. Horrible angle for Dion and Harpin. Bouncing puck settled by Hapke. Hapke sends us into the corner. Dion sends us into the trapezoid. LaPietra sends this up to the point, but McGowan was not inside the zone. He dumps for Fisher to chase while Bishops checks up on sides. Fisher comes out into the neutral zone. Shot on net is saved. Rebound picked up by LaPietra. LaPietra sends this up, held in at the blue line by Chance Bears. Now grabbing it, Jack McGowan sends this the other way. Jack Chapman picks this up. Shot, stick, save, dish to the side by Nicolau. Bears recovers that puck, sends this in a deep. Centering pass is intercepted by Dion. Dion gives this to LaPietra. LaPietra sends this up along the glass, grabbed by the Fisher defense. Passes this up to Bears. Bears dumps it in. Fisher checks up on sides, and Hapke takes this puck for Bishops behind his net and on the far side. Picking up speed over the blue line, trying to get around Pensabine. Goes into the corner, pressed against the boards by Flannery. Puck comes loose, picked up by Cote. Cote turns this puck over. Flannery takes it back, passes behind the net to Dylan Joy. Joy, hard pass up, hits Pensabine at center ice. Drifting back, Austin Hatlase-Cloutier with this puck. Coming in is Danev Paquin. Puck turned over on the side. Jack Chapman sends this towards the corner. Coming over to grab that puck is Cote. Rips this behind the net for McGowan. McGowan passes this up to the point. Puck comes across to Cote. He one-touches it ahead. Goes in, digs this out in the corner. Avoids a check from Flannery. Puck sent around on the near side. Here's Cloutier with the shot. Save made. Rebound picked up by Pensabine in the high slot. He tries passing this puck across for Torres. And they're saying that St. John Fisher was off sides. That allows Jourdain to collect this puck. Drops it at the blue line for Paquin. Paquin couldn't pull it in and get the shot. Paquin recovers, though. Has this, takes this puck into the face-off circle. Poked away by Kevin Green. Green and Paquin going after that puck. So are four other people who come in. They're all wearing similar jerseys. I can't tell them apart. Puck squeaks all the way out to Bishop's end of the ice. Nathan Gagnon with it. Gagnon over the blue line into the O-zone. Can't get a shot off. Chases after that puck in the trapezoid. Small check applied by John Chirino. In the corner, puck sent up towards the blue line. And it is a mess. Absolute mess going on. John Chirino pushes this forward. Picked up by Carson Berg. Berg turns this puck over. Coming back the other way is Marc-Antoine Legasse. There's a shot, and it goes off the glove of the goalie into the far corner. Legasse, or Legas. There's no accent aigu at the end. Legasse, so much more fun to say. There's a shot. Save made. Rebound goes to the corner. Grabbed by McGowan. McGowan sends this up. Goes to the point. Aubert oversteps that puck. Has to go with the short pass to Marchand. The clapper from Gagnon goes 1 foot. And it hits the foot of Kevin Green. Back the other way. Here's Griffin Mayo over the blue line into the ozone. Mayo shot. Glove save by Nikola Haletenko. Let's see if we can take a look at that replay. And that button didn't do it. Gosh darn it. I thought I fixed the instant replay. Maybe I'll be able to fix it between periods. Leandre Jodouin with that puck. Sorry, passes it up, comes all the way across. Jordan Waite not able to receive it. Dylan Joy chases it down, sends it to the corner. Flannery, Cole battling for it between the legs of Grennan, and out it comes on the stick of Mateo Torres. Liam Harpin has to pass this puck back. Breaking into the ozone, Beaufils. Beaufils drop pass. Gonna have another drop pass back to the point. Pass over to Harpin. Harpin takes a step forward, goes into the faceoff circle, dishes it out to the corner. From the corner comes across. Nothing happens. Out to the point. Ripping it from the point. Leandre shakes that shot, goes high. Battle for that puck over on the side of the net. Out in front. Nice save. Rebound. His block comes up high. And Fisher is going to be able to clear the zone. No icing. Icing waved off. Harpin's going to have to play it. Less than 2.5 minutes to go in the opening period, and we are still scoreless. Here's Liam Harpin. Harpin over the blue line, going forward, moves us into the middle, and there's nobody there. Puck taken away. Dylan Joy. Joy drops this back into the trapezoid. Cole Flannery with it, and Flannery gets buried into the corner by Vincent Dion. In the neutral zone now, Dylan Joy breaks into Bishop's territory. Bishop's trying to get this puck out. O'Grady, the hash mark. Puck comes back and is covered up by the goaltender. Eisenhood taking the face off against Dion. Dion pulls this puck back. It gets passed across to Jodouin. O'Grady chasing after this in the corner. Puck goes to the far corner. Chirino chases it down. Chirino able to get this puck to Pensabine. Pensabine sends this into the neutral zone, but Torres couldn't keep it. Coming back the other way, Matthew O'Grady. O'Grady puts us behind the net, grabbed on the far side by LaPietra. McGowan fires that shot. Save made in the corner. Chirino with it. Loses it. Now Dion. Puck trying to go out to the point. Knocked into the neutral zone by Pensabine. And Pensabine's going to go off for his change. Jack McGowan with this puck. Hard pass to Dion. Dion tries sending this up to Hapke. Hapke loses this on the side. Check. Oh, and there's a hard check put on Jack Knox. Almost head first. Questionable there. Griffin Mayo loses that puck. Picked up by Morton. Morton sends this back behind him. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Dylan Joy for Fisher grabs it. Less than a minute to go in the opening period. Icing is the call, and icing is what we will have. Huh? Yeah, the dog didn't like that check on Fisher. Face off to the right side of Derek Joy. Won by Bishop. Passed into the middle for Gagnon. Gagnon drops it off. Center, top of the point. Oh, and that goes off the post and into the corner. Now at the hash mark, Gagnon passes back to the point. Jack Knox puts this into the trapezoid. Centering pass made by Marc-Antoine Lagacé, and it gets returned to him. Reaching out and covering up that puck is Derek Joy. Paquin taking the face off for Bishop. Pulls this puck back, and it's knocked into the neutral zone by Jack Chapman. Bishops plays this off the boards for Aubert. Aubert into the neutral zone. Aubert sends that puck forward. Cole Flannery in the corner, grabs it. He's going to hold it there. 4 seconds to go, and that's where this period's going to end. At the end of one period of play, it is St. John Fishers 0 and Bishops University 0. Shots on net. Bishops with 20. Fisher with 10. We'll be back in about 13 minutes with a fresh sheet of ice. Check out these awesome sponsors. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do what I do for you. If you're ever in the Pulaski, Parish, Central Square, Watertown area, please solicit these small businesses. They would appreciate it, and so would I. Other way, here's Griffin Mayo over the blue line into the ozone. Mayo shot, glove save by Nikola Haletenko. All right, we're back in the start of the second period. St. John Fisher in white on the left side of the scoreboard, going from left to right on your screen. Bishop's University, the visiting team, are on the right side of the scoreboard. And they're in purple going from right to left. Gators with the puck in the offensive zone. Grennan with it. Pass out for Bofi. Shot and a goal! Puck goes back to the Fisher end of the ice. Backhand pass, get it into the neutral zone. Chasing that puck down, though, is Liam Harpin. Harpin sends this up to the hash mark. A little short pass, and that is picked off, though, by Fisher. So that is Bishop's goal, scored by number 7, Jamie Bofi, assisted by number 4, Nathan Gagnon. 7 from 4. Time of the Bishop University Gators goal, 0:33 of the second period. Face-off won by Bishop's. Quick shot misses, comes all the way around to the near point. Jodouin, D-to-D pass over for Harpin. Harpin comes to the center point, shot fired, misses wide left. That gets poked by Joy over to the corner. Fisher coming out with this puck. Griffin Mayo sends this to the corner and chases after it. Has to get that puck past Harpin and does. Goes into the corner. Berg applies the check and comes back on. Almost gets that puck back. Taken by Harpin. Harpin in the corner. Passes this through the trapezoid to Jodouin. Jodouin. That is taken up by Vincent Dion. Dion shot, misses, and that hard shot comes all the way out and around. Jeff Vallone brings this in. Centering pass, tipped away. Mayo not able to get a shot on net. Puck held in by Dylan Joy. He sends this back into the trapezoid. Vallone not able to get to it. Coming out with the puck is Sandro LaPietra. LaPietra centering pass. And there's a shot. Glove save, rebound. Kick save by Derek Joy. Back the other way. Chance Bears fires. This centering pass is blocked by Nicola. In the corner, Olheim. Pass this over. Gets sent to Chapman. Jack Chapman couldn't take that shot. Puck pulled off his stick by LaPietra. LaPietra through the neutral zone. Stops at the top of the circle. No, pauses. Backhand pass. Taken back behind the net and then knocked away by Cole Flannery. On the far side, Cody Morton with the puck. Morton tries putting this into the slot. Stepping up. Shot. Glove save by Derek Joy. That was... I waited too long for that one. How come that works and this one doesn't? My replay. I did the same thing for both of them, and only one of them got fixed. Not a computer programmer. I'm a guy that likes to talk and won't shut up, and it annoys his wife when he does it. I'm darn proud. Fisher gets this puck out. Picking this up, Pensabine. Pensabine in the corners has to send this to the trapezoid. Picked up there by Joseph Aubert. Aubert sends this up along the boards. Puck returned back in by John Sharino. Recollected, Joseph Aubert. Aubert on the near side. Passes up to Marc-Antoine Legas. And that gets dumped in by Jack Knox. Sharino at the hash mark. Loses this puck. Coming in, there's a shot. Oh, catches the outside of the post. Good attempt by Cody Morton. Puck gets cleared out, grabbed by Gagnon in the neutral zone. He turns, his team still wasn't onside, so he couldn't go in and ends up coughing up the puck as a result. That gets tipped into the zone by Pensabine, grabbed by Bishops. Pass up to Marc-Antoine Legas. And there's a pass across to Cody Morton. Morton losing. Where's the puck? Oh, the goalie's holding on to it. Even the referee didn't know where the puck went. He probably should be watching the game. No, me neither. I lost it. I was looking over by the Bishop bench because the players were looking that way.
Bye, guys.
Fisher wins this draw, pulls this puck back, sends this all the way around, gets through the neutral zone. Chasing after it is Jeff Vallone. Vallone couldn't get it before it got to the corner. Now comes up, tries to bring it, and he's hooked to the ground, and nobody's going to call that one. Forward pass from Harpin to Beaufils. Back to Harpin, goes into the corner. Loss up at the point, trying to hold it in is Jodoin, not able to. Puck comes into the middle. And there's a big open ice check on Frederick Grennan, and Grennan just sends, I believe, Pensabine down to the ice. No, it was Carson Berg. Berg slow to chase after that puck after he got leveled by Grennan into the corner. Puck picked up off the boards by Jordan Waite. Crossing into the blue line, Beaufils. Shot, stick save, Derek Joy. Near side, Leandre Jodoin puts it across into the slot, bounces it all the way out to the blue line, and that got tipped by a Fisher player into the netting, and we'll have a face-off to the left side of Nicolas Haletenko. That puck gets dumped in by Aubert. Little soft touch. Now turning and shooting, Spencer Fennell. Puck goes off the corner up to the point. Grabbed and brought in by Austin Colte, and that is a save made by Derek Joy. Péquin with the faceoff brings this puck back to Austin Cloutier. Short shot. Oh, the tip in by Fennell is missed. Fennell chases after it in the corner. At the hash marks is Aubert. Puts this back into the corner. Cote battling for it. Puck comes free. Goes to the trapezoid. Fennell going after it. Ends up taking a knee. Chirino catches up to that puck. Can't get it out, though, as Denev Péquin pushes that puck back. It finds its way onto the blade of Chance Bears. Bears jumps this puck in, and it is stalled behind the net by Nicolas Haletenko. Sent around near side, Spencer Fennell passes over to Denev Péquin. Péquin brings this over, and it's in the slot, mushed away by Cole Flannery. From the point, fired in, loose on the side. Battle for that puck, and right there, covering that puck, or trying to cover it up, Derek Joy comes out up high in the zone, driven back towards the corner by Austin Cloutier. At the hash mark, puck grabbed by Jack Chapman, and he iced it, but battle in front of Derek Joy, and that's going to send Spencer Fennell and that guy does. Bailey, I have it. Thank you. So is he doing 4-on-4? He is. This guy loves doing 4-on-4. They're not incidental minors, even though they're both roughing penalty. Bishop's University's number 6, Spencer Fennell, 2 minutes for roughing. And St. John Fisher's number 9, Chance Bears, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the minor penalties, 6:31, and we got 4-on-4 hockey until 8:31. Coming out with this puck is Mateo Torres. Torres forced into the corner as to shuffle his puck into the trapezoid, grabbed by Jack McCowan, and he gives it to Sandro LaPietra. LaPietro gives this back to McCowan. McCowan fires this all the way down. Dylan Joy collects it at his end of the ice. Joy rips this up, pass for Mateo, and Torres couldn't keep it. Anderson Hapke cycles that back in his zone. Hard pass across to LaPietro. LaPietro gives this to Dion. Dion shot, save made. Rebound grab by Hapke. Hapke at the circle. Loses that puck and trying to win it. It comes back out. Hapke passes back to his D. D goes the other way. Vincent Dion tried to pass this back to Jack McGowan, but that was the worst pass of the week by Dion. McGowan had to chase it down. McGowan sends this up. Hapke touches at the blue line to avoid the icing. Hapke puts a check on Joy to get some space, and that allows Jeff Malone to get this puck over to Joy. No icing. Puck chased down by Leandre Jodouin. Jodouin passes this puck over to Cody Morton. Morton puts us into the neutral zone for Jack Knox. Knox at the blue line. Loses it. Puck is coming back the other way. Dylan Joy gives us over to Griffin Mayo. Shot, save. Joy can't get it. Oh, and his knee runs into the post. And Jeff Malone is down. He went in. He was straddling that post. He avoided a groin shot and ended up with a direct hit on the patella. He has a shin guard that does go up and cover the knee, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. Able to get up, so that's a good sign. That means he didn't do any damage, hopefully. Got a very sensitive meniscus in there. Official is checking for pieces of Griffin Mayo in the net. None found. That goalie did nothing wrong. He saw a piece of a player inside the blue. He could do whatever he wants. I'm a big fan of the Billy Smith School of Goaltending. Face-off won by Bishops. Puck goes to Jodouin. He passes it behind the net to Harpin. Harpin comes up on the near side. Harpin attacked. Nice forechecking by Reshore. But now coming in, Frederick Brennan, and there's a shot. One-timer. Goal! Even strength goal scored by the one-timer. I believe 21 from 5? I don't think so. 3 seconds left in the incidental, not incidental, but in the minor penalties. And they're going to be released and the teams return to full strength. So Bishop's University goal scored by number 21, Leandre Jodouin, assisted by number 7, Jamie Beaufy, from number 11, Frédéric Grignon. Encore, un goal numéro 21, Leandre Jodouin, numéro 7, Jamie Beaufy, et 11, Frédéric Grignon. Time of the goal, 8:28 of the second period, and Bishop's University Gators lead 2-1. Coming in, there's a shot, comes across, and Jamie Beaufy not able to lift his stick up to get a piece of that puck. Puck comes back to Bishop's end of the ice. Frederick Renna had it, loses it. There's a shot taken by Sean Olheim. Another shot ripped by Jack Chapman, held in by Cole Flannery at the point, puts us back into the corner for Chance Bears. Bears loses it, and Spencer Fennell coming out with the puck. Fennell forced wide of Pensabine, goes into the corner, looking for somebody to pass to, but he's just going to have to hold on to that puck while the new line comes on. Here's a Danev Taequan, not able to take that shot. Puck gets passed across to Jack McGowan. McGowan sends this in. Big battle for this puck in front of the goaltender. And Derek Joy able to reach out and cover it up like the hungry, hungry hippo that he is. Right? If there's any problems with the playback review, you know who they're doing it. Yeah.
What was the last game I did too?
Fisher gets us out into the neutral zone. Puck goes to Hapke. Hapke passes up for Fennel. Fennel can't keep it in. Coming back the other way for Fisher Mateo Torres. Torres tries to pull this into the middle. Tried to go through the legs of Jack Knox. And the puck did, but Torres did not. He got stuck. There's Chirino. Sends this puck around. Held in by Jack McGowan. Centering pass. Nobody there but a Cardinal. This puck goes up to the Cardinals. Torres sends this into the corner. Now back behind the net. Pensabine going to work. And there's a hard hit on Pensabine. See if we can capture that replay. See if this is it. This is late. And it's not in slow motion. Oh, that's because that was live. What the heck? None of it's working now, Bailey. Technology. Fisher wins the draw. Dylan Joy sends this in. Shot save made. Rebound picked up by Griffin Mayo. Mayo sends this back to the point.
Even if for a lot sticking. But the demo will have still with you. At 10:36 for the second period.
So it's Bishop's University penalty on number 3, Jack McGowan. 2-minute minor for high sticking. Number 83, 2 minutes high stick. Time of the minor penalty, 10:36. And it's a St. John Fisher power play. Fisher pass up to Torres, but Torres was on the wrong side of the blue line. 8:42 to go in the second period. Bishop University Gators lead the St. John Fisher University Cardinals by a score of 2-0. Both goals scored in this period. Can you move the camera a little to the left so we get the face-off? Thank you. There's the face-off, and Fisher nudges it forward. Torres going after it, trying to clear it out, though, is Liam Harpin. Torres able to send this back into the trapezoid. Fighting for it is Griffin Mayo. Mayo loses it, but that's held in at the point by the Cardinals. Cardinals, D-to-D pass over to Dylan Joy. Dylan Joy fires that in. Save made. Puck goes on the far side, and Bishop's ices that puck, although it's not icing because of the player advantage for St. John Fisher University. Dylan Joy from his trapezoid looking to set things up. He's got the reset, everybody where he wants them. Passes this puck over to Michael Brink. Not Michael Brink, to Jack Chapman. Dumped in. Centering pass to Chapman, doesn't reach him. Rebound comes up high to Josh Komar. He dumps that puck in. Back to get it, John Chirino. Puck sent in, and Gavin Tribley lost his edge or something, went down, couldn't follow that puck. Tribley has it now, passes it out to Jack Chapman. Chapman fires that in, save made by Nicolas Haletenko. Huh? Jeff Malone in for the faceoff for Fisher. Tries bringing it to the middle as a shot deflected into the far corner. Coming in from the point is Kevin Green. Then the team's return to even strength. Green with it at the point. Fires out across, one-timer taken by Chapman. It goes wide back behind the net. Puck comes all the way up to the point for Chirino. And there's a turnover in the zone. Jack Chapman going back with it, trying to put that puck in deep, not able to. And that is brought out of the zone by Bishop's University. Bishop's Matthew O'Grady drops this back at the top of the circle, sliding in Joseph Aubert to cover the point position. Glove down by Chirino of Fisher. Chirino sends this across the ice. It's picked up off the boards by that guy. Oh, it's Anderson Hapke. He fires this all the way down. Jamie Beaufils takes this into the corner, tries bringing his puck out with him, not able to. Fisher turns this puck over deep, pass across, backhand shot, Aubert, save made by Derek Joy. Down goes Jamie Beaufils because he apparently got tripped. I know he fell, but they're going to call him for a trip. A dad said it, so it happens. So St. John Fisher penalty number 24, Jeff Vallone, 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 24, 2 minutes trip. Time of the minor penalty, 13:40.
For Christian Ball, 2 minutes for tripping. That's Ball for tripping. Time of that penalty, 13:40. With the second period.
Coming out with this puck, Kevin Green. And the official stops the play because the penalty is not up on the clock. It shouldn't be at 2 minutes either. It went from 40 to 56. Got to take 16, 40 to 56, 14 seconds off. $144 should be at 144. Well, apparently math isn't that important when you're studying forestry. Oh, there's a hard hit right in front of the scorer's table. Fisher puts that in on net. Save made by Nicola. Rebound picked up by I don't know who. Anyway, coming out with this puck, Jack Knox stops in the faceoff circle, sends that puck back into the trapezoid. Cody Morton with it. Morton tries giving it over to Marc-Antoine Legas. Not able to. Puck comes back all the way around near side, held in by Jack Knox. Knox sends this in deep, picked up on the far side of the trapezoid by Dylan Joy, and he's able to clear this out into the neutral zone. Coming around, Liam Harpin. All right, and so we got an offsides, and Nikola Haletanko is having some equipment issues. So we're going to take an extra long break for Nikola to get himself situated. Now, he's from Canada. I believe he's French-Canadian. I think he's just reaching in for a crumpet because he's hungry. Right? French-Canadians eat crumpets? No? Is that a thing? Right, if he was an American or we were in Texas, I'd say he was grabbing for a piece of beef jerky, but I don't think that's the case here. All right, we've got the correct time remaining on the penalty. Yep, that's correct now. I concur. Call me Dr. Dalin. That's what I should do. Legally change my name to Dr. Dr. Dan-Dalin Esquire. I'm going to be a doctor and a lawyer. That puck goes into the Bishop's bench. We'll redo that face-off with exactly 5 minutes to go. Face-off between Bears and Dion. Dion wins. Here comes Bishop into the zone. Hapke with it. Stops at the hash mark. Comes back to the point. Passes puck across to Jodoin. Jodoin goes in deep at the bottom of the face-off circle. Sends it across. Cycling it around is Péquin. Not quite doing an umbrella. They 1-2-2, Bailey. Jodoin trying to push this in. Pass out into the middle. There's a shot. Save made. Rebound comes up high, and Fisher is able to get that out into the neutral zone. A diving, sliding, and being checked Chirino swats at that puck and sends it all the way down the length of the ice, and the teams return to even strength. Leandre Jodoin with that puck. Goes back into the trapezoid, cycles around, tries passing it out in front. Nobody there. For some reason, Chance Bear's skating with his head down, a sure sign of being tired, so he goes and sits down. Might want to get a drink of water as well. Maybe something with electrolytes in it, a little bit of Gatorade, or an M&M. I'm going to have some M&M soon as that puck is dumped in by Joseph Aubert. There's a check behind the net on Vincent Dion, and Fisher trying to come away with that puck. Bad pass reception. Puck taken by Jordan Waite. Waite passes this back to Aubert. Aubert sends this behind the net for Gagnon. Gagnon loses it, gets returned to the trapezoid, and Aubert back there again trying to get this puck out. Fisher being a problem for a bunch of Gators. Here's Jordan Waite coming down. Waite winds up shot, and it hits Cole Flannery in the back of the leg, like right in the calf muscle where there's no padding. That'll leave a mark. Pensabine tried centering that pass. It gets taken away by Jordan Waite. Now it flies through the air, and Nikola Haletanko tried going after that and couldn't catch it. He might want to play left field for the Blue Jays. He's from Canada. Why not? You don't have to catch pucks or balls in left field. Hopefully, though, the Blue Jays go on to win the World Series. That's what I'm hoping for. Because, they play a lot of small ball. Toronto has been winning because they've only been trying to make contact with the ball. And when the one guy who's strong enough to send it over the wall makes clean contact, and Guerrero gets a home run in every single game he plays against the Yankees, apparently. He is the new, what's his face? Big Papi. He's the new Big Papi for the Yankees. Papi always hit off of the Yankees. That's why Jeter and A-Rod like him so much. Well, A-Rod likes him because he's got a lot of money. A-Rod will do anything for money. Oh, there's a hard hit by Mayo. Puck goes into the corner. Coming out with it is Danev Péquin. Péquin, oh, nice toe drag through the leg. Shot, save made. Rebound is on the side, and Derek Joy squeezes it against the side of the net with his blocker, and then drops that puck into his glove hand for the official. Derek Joy, yesterday and today, playing great in between the pipes. 40 shots, giving up 2 goals. We're only in the second period. He's already faced more shots than a normal game has. Waite sends this forward for Beaufy. Oops, wrong team. At the point, Jack McGowan pops that back in. In the trapezoid, Jack Knox, or from Gretzky's office, is more appropriate for a Canadian. Jamie Beaufy on the near side sends this all the way across to the point. Nice play, wide open, shot, and a save. 1-1-1 to go in the second period. The Gators lead the Cardinals 2-0. Gators win this game. They'll be the only team in the tournament that's 3-0. D-to-D pass to Liam Harpin. Here's Liam coming in. Liam looking, forced into the trapezoid, has nobody to pass to. as Vincent Dion got all wrapped up. Harpin loses this at the point and falls down. We got a delayed penalty against Bishops. There's the shot. Save made. Puck goes into the corner and finally gets touched up by a Gator, and it's going to be a slashing penalty against some Canadian. And it's on Matthew O'Grady. What's in the car? Your what? Oh, well, if he works the camera, you can go get it. Oh, you'll have time in it, 40 seconds. Nathan Gagnon shot. Not Nathan Gagnon. Dylan Joy shot. Save made by Nikola Haletenko. I'll take him when you go to play. Face off won by Fisher. Derek Joy passes puck over to whoever number 11 is. Loose puck collected by Leandre Jodouin, and he dumps this all the way down the length of the ice. 15 seconds to go here in the second period. Dylan Joy trying to pass this up. Puck taken away by Marc-Antoine Legas, and he is not able to get that shot off, but he still has that puck cycling around. He's taken out 3 seconds to go, and Fisher just saucers that puck into the neutral zone, and that'll do it. After 2 periods of play, it's the Bishop University Gators 2, St. John Fisher University Cardinals 0. From the 2025 Burning Leaves Tournament, hosted by Paul Smith College at Saranac Lake Civic Center in Saranac Lake, New York, I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day, make it a great day, and we'll be back after this brief intermission. All right. So the second intermission has concluded. Third period about to begin. Bishop's University Gators, the visiting team, on the right side of the scoreboard with 2 goals, are wearing purple. They're on the left side, going from left to right. Starting this period off in the penalty box, number 71, Matthew O'Grady, as he rides out his last minute 16 of a slashing penalty. On the other side, in white, St. John Fisher University Cardinals with 0 goals. They're going from right to left. Taking the face-off is Eisenhut against Cody Morton. Morton wins that draw. Bishops fires that off the glass. Nice catch by Sean Olheim. Olheim sends his back to his defensive pair, who cuts across in front of the goal. Back to Olheim. Olheim over the blue line. Passes puck through the neutral zone. Chasing after it is Mateo Torres. Getting to it first, though, is Joseph Aubert. Aubert and Torres battling. Puck picked up by Pensabine. Sends this back to the point for Dylan Joy. Joy back over to Pensabine. Pensabine was fired. Save made, and that's not Pensabine. That was Griffin Mayo taking that shot. Sorry, Pensabine had moved down low by the post. I missed that slide. Or Pensabine's not even on the ice. That was 13. That was Eisenhook that went down low by the post. Bishops grabs that, fires this off the boards. It's going to get played on by Derek Joy. Pushes this back into the trapezoid for his twin brother, Dylan. Dylan comes around, moves this puck across the ice. Sean Olheim dumps it in, goes back behind the net, and pushed back again by Nathan Gagnon of Bishop's University. Tries to move this over towards the corner. Mateo stops that progression. Loose puck behind in the trapezoid. Pulling it away is Eisenhut. Eisenhut sends us up to the point for Sean. Sean back to Eisenhut, and that goes in deep to Mateo Torres. Mateo Torres. Sean Olheim shot. Save made. And that releases Matthew O'Grady. Comes in almost on a breakaway shot. Rebound. And that gets cleared away. Another loose puck comes in. Save made by Dylan Joy. And look at that. We got a sandwich being made between a Gator and a Cardinal. And I'm going to call... Oh, he's going to call a cross-check against the Cardinals. Oh, no. Sean Olheim, 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Time of that minor penalty, 1:30 of the third period. And it's a power play opportunity for Bishop's University. Marc-Antoine Legas sends this up to the point. Jack Knox fires this back in. Comes over to the center point. Fentel. Over to Knox. Back to Fentel. Shot, stick, save. Derek Joy. Puck's in the corner. I can't see who has it, but now at the point, Liam Harpin goes over to center point. Gives it back to Frederick Brennan. Shot goes wide in the corner. Picked up by Jack Knox. Now passed over to Harpin. Harpin shot, glove save, Derek Joy. Let's try the replay again. Oh, you know what? I'm using the wrong button. Here's the instant replay that works. Face-off won by Bishops. Puck comes to the middle. Harpin passes it back over to the side. Now into the slot. Oh, in, out, in, out. It's a 1-3-1 setup. They went near. Right. That was 1-2-2. Oh, all right. Puck comes over. Harpin, center point. Yeah, 1-3-1. Shot fired. Save made. Loose puck comes over to the side. Dillinjoy tried clearing it, not able to. Puck comes back up to Harpin. Harpin, center point. Passes puck over near side for Cody Morton. Morton back to Harpin. Harpin has Morton again. Morton cycles around, trying to shake off Cole Flannery. Sends his puck deep into the corner. Battling for that puck, Marc-Antoine Lagacé. And Lagacé shot, save made, a rebound over on the side. And there's a trip made by Mateo Torres. Nobody's going to call for it. There's a one-time clapper save made. Puck goes into the rebound, picked up by Flannery. Flannery sends it on the far side. Nobody there but Jack Knox. Knox sends this back into the trapezoid. Picked up by Grennan. Grennan sends this out to the point. And McGowan couldn't handle it. And that is a big offsides. Liam Harpin on the wrong side of the blue line. Face-off in the neutral zone. 10 seconds remaining in the penalty against Sean Olheim. Face-off won by Fisher. Chirino backhands this out into the neutral zone. And Olheim is on the ice. Teams are even. He immediately skates down to get involved into the play, picking his puck up in the corner. It's deflected away by Olheim now. No, here's Olheim now chasing after that puck. Couldn't catch up to it. Hapke passes this across to number 11, Frederick Grennan. 21. Leandre Jodouin dumps this puck in. Grabbed at the edge of the trapezoid by Caleb Clark, or Kevin Green. 5'6", 6'7". Shot goes off of a stick on the far side. Grabbed by Jack Chapman, flings this into the neutral zone, collected by Hapke. Hapke tries bringing that puck in, turns it over, and Fisher coming back the other way. Crossing over the blue line, Chance Bears. Bears sends this into the corner. He gets attacked by Nathan Gagnon and goes down to the ice. Fisher looking, trying to center that puck, and there it is. Oh, shot made by Flannery, gets deflected to the corner. Flannery after Flannery, shot fired, and a goal! Shot! There is one, short side! And Fisher comes within one goal of tying this up. We'll see who the assist goes to on Cole's goal. St. John Fisher face-off is picked up by Berg. Carson dumps this puck in, going in after it. Griffin Mayo. Oh, let's hear. And it's an unassisted goal. So St. John Fisher Cardinals goal scored by number 3, Cole Flannery. Unassisted. Number 3, unassisted. Time of the Cardinals goal, 4:30 of the third period. And this puck is iced by the Gators. And with 14:56 left to go in the game, this faceoff will come all the way down by Nikola Haletenko. Cardinals trail 2-1. Face off to the left side of Haletenko. Pushed forward by the Cardinals. Reaching for it. Carson Berg can't get it. Puck comes out with a Bishop. Jordan Waite over the blue line. Passes. Puck cross goes to the corner. Berg swats at it. Slowed down by Waite. Puck sent out to the point for Aubert. And that is blocked in front. Aubert fires this back in. And we're going to get a hooking penalty against a player of the referee's imagination. It's going to be against Bishops. So Bishop University penalty number 8, Joseph Aubert, 2-minute minor for hooking. Number 8, 2 minutes, hook. That's why Carson Berg couldn't advance with the puck. Time of that minor penalty, 5:26 of the third period, and it's a St. John Fisher Cardinals power play. Reshore loses that pass he received from Joy. regaining possession. Chance bears back over to Joy. Joy to Olheim. 1-T shot. And it's a shot with the game time. Oh. I do believe that was Olheim from Joy. Time of the game tying power play goal, 5:49. 8 from 4. So there may be some confusion from scores. Let's hear what they say. So that was a St. John Fisher Cardinals power play goal scored by number 8, Sean Olheim, assisted by number 4, Dylan Joy. 8 from 4, Olheim from Joy. Time of the Cardinals power play goal, 5:49.
Assisted by number 3, John Olheim. The scores for Olheim. On the goal, 5:30 in the third period.
I think they're saying it got tipped in. Who did it get? Who did he say? Oh, Mateo, 18. I don't know, Steve. Talk to Sean about that one. They're saying Mateo tipped it in for the goal, assisted by Sean from Dylan. I disagree. I give that goal to Sean all day long. Cardinals with the puck. Pass across to Kevin Green. Green sends this forward, goes off the stick of Eisenhut. Leaning, backhand shot, save made. Rebound picked up by Spencer Fennell. Fennell not able to keep it. Puck gets cleared by Bishops, and that's going to be an icing. And that'll bring the face-off all the way back down to the Bishop University end of the ice. Here's the face-off, won by Bishops. Liam Harpin takes possession, passes that puck to Jodoin. Jodoin back to Harpin. Harpin skating up on that far side. Left side passes it into the middle. Breaking through the middle is Péquin. Deneuve has that puck knocked away, and it comes back into the neutral zone, collected by Hapke, who's fresh on the ice. Hapke passes over to McGowan, who's also fresh. Bringing this puck back over, David Péquin. Péquin trying to center that, nothing doing. Comes around near side. He gets checked, and that puck comes all the way out. Pass back and forth. Jack McGowan sends this forward. Picked up in the neutral zone momentarily by Jeff Alone. This gets dumped in by Fisher, and Fisher gets a new set of legs on the ice so they can apply some pressure. Nice deep move by Hapke. Another one. Hapke coming down coast to coast. And Hapke not going to be able to make it all the way to the goal. Drops his puck off for Cote, and he loses it. Grabbed back behind the net by Jeff Malone. Malone sends this up and takes a seat as he's hooked down to the ice. No penalty call. There's a shot save made. Gets deflected into the netting, and we'll have a face-off deep in the Bishop University zone. Face-off pushed forward by Mateo Torres. Battle for it at the hash mark. Puck goes towards the goal. Knocked behind the net by Nathan Gagnon. Gagnon sends this up high off the glass. Glove down by Dylan Joy. Dylan passes this over D to D. And Fisher able to get that out into the neutral zone, turn right back in, but it goes right to Dillon. Dillon passes puck up for Reshore. Reshore brought down to the ice by O'Grady. Puck finds its way onto the stick of Aubert. Aubert sends this across behind O'Grady. Turned back by Dylan Joy. That's going to be, would have been an offsides, but they didn't touch it. Reshore fires this forward, doesn't get very far. Vincent Dion. And what is this? What is this penalty going to be? Right. You can do a D-to-D hand pass, but we're going to do a face-off at center ice because the refs made an error. You can hand pass in your defensive zone. It's called getting the puck out of here. Bishops wins this draw. Nathan Gagnon with it. Passes it up for Beaufy, and Jamie sends this into the corner. Grabbed there by Chirino. Chirino sends this over on the far side. Held in by Aubert. A stop by Fisher. Fisher coming back the other way. Mateo was trailing on the far side. Puck gets picked off, and Frederick Brennan passes puck over to Jordan Waite. Waite forced into the corner by Kevin Green. Puck comes up high. Cardinals bring it back out. Torres with it, sends this off the boards. It goes back behind the net, played on by Leandre Jodoin. Jodoin coming around on that far side through the neutral zone. Little stutter step, almost a fall by Valone on the way. Jodoin on the side at the hash mark, gets checked up. Puck comes free. Bishop still in control. Jodoin sends this back to the trapezoid for Grennan. Grennan couldn't catch it. Near side, puck picked up by Jordan Waite. Waite getting some help from Beaufy. Beaufy and Waite and a couple of Cardinals. Puck comes out. Beaufy shot save made by Derek Joy. Puck sent all the way down. Torres racing after it with Harpin. And that's a no icing. Harpin loses his stick. Torres can't get around his leg. We got a delayed penalty against Fisher. And Torres touches it. And he's going to get a slashing penalty. And that's why Harpin dropped his stick. So St. John Fisher University penalty number 18, Mateo Torres, 2-minute minor for slashing. Number 18, 2 minutes slash. Time of the minor penalty, 10:16 of the third period. And it's a Gator power play. Gators win that faceoff. Puck comes back to Liam Harpin. Harpin sends this over onto the far side for Knox. Knox back to Harpin. Knox again with it. Knox looking, sends this in deep for Grennan. Grennan back out to Harpin. Harpin with this puck, sends it near side for Morton. Morton fires that puck. Save made by Derek Joy. Not sure why it catches the end of that replay right there. Morton sends this to the hash mark. Pass back out to the point for for Harpin. Harpin puts this into the slot, sent back out by somebody. Glove save. Derek Joy. Face off to the right side of Derek Joy. Cody Morton over to take the draw for Bishops. Pulls this puck back for McGowan. McGowan to Harpin. Harpin, center point, gives this over to the right side for Grennan. Frederick back out to Harpin. Harpin shot. Oh, and that just gets tipped and goes wide of the net. In the corner, Nico Deishman sends this behind the net. Tried to get cleared by Cole Flannery, and this time it does. It's going to go all the way down on net. Save made by Nikola Haletenko. Bishops trying to put together another attack. 50 seconds. That's 5-0 remaining in the penalty kill for St. John Fisher University. Here's Jamie Beaufy. Jamie Beaufy avec le droit side. Gives it out into the middle to Anderson Hapke. Hapke from the point. Back in to Beaufy, who gives it right back to Hapke. Hapke over for Joe Dwayne. Joe Dwayne sends this in, and that gets knocked away. Comes over to the side. Slaughtered that. Controlled by Paquin at the point. Paquin passes puck over to Joe Dwayne. Joe Dwayne back to Paquin. There's a shot, save, tip. Comes across the paint and goes into the corner. Cardinals go after it. Back out at the point. Hapke with it. Fires it. Goes all the way into the far corner. Beaufils with it. Beaufils sends this out to the point for Joe Dwayne. Joe Dwayne gives this to Hapke. Hapke in tight. Shot save made. And Torres has been released. The teams return to even strength. Puck comes up high for Joe Dwayne. Joe Dwayne tried penetrating in. Can't find a hole. Gives this puck over to Beaufils. Beaufils, shot made by Hapke, save. Rebound comes all the way out through the neutral zone. Chasing after it is Joe Dwayne, and that's going to be an icing. And we'll bring this face-off back down to the Cardinal end. Official quickly going over to the Cardinal bench to stop any sorts of line change. Those lines did not start changing before the icing was made. Nice steal in the neutral zone by Frederick Rennan. Puck found the stick of Gagnon. Nathan couldn't take that shot, and he is taken out. There's a shot off the stick of Derek Joy for the save. Puck goes up into the netting for a face-off in the zone. Nice hard shot by Aubert. Excellent stick placement by Joy. 2-2 games, 7 minutes remaining. Frederic Grenon taking the face-off for Bishops. Face-off won by Fisher's Chance Bears. And Bears drives this puck out into the neutral zone. Bears trying to follow, loses his stick as it's taken away by Spencer Fennell. Back to Bears, dumps his puck in. Back behind the net, that gets stalled by Nikola Haletenko. Sends this over to the corner. Puck comes out to Fennell. Fennell sends this into the middle, and this comes back. Cardinals trying to handle it. Bears misplayed that puck. And by Bears, I mean Jack Chapman. Frederick Renner in deep, loses that puck, comes back out into the neutral zone. Nathan Gagnon going after it, and the Cardinals going to take advantage for a change. Grenon with it, can't get in. Puck comes back out. Nathan Gagnon with it. That puck sends this forward, glove down by Jackson Pensabine. Gets this into the neutral zone. Eisenhut goes in, checked against the boards by Harpin. Harpin goes after that puck, nudges it forward. Dylan Joy steps up, can't keep it in the zone. Marc-Antoine Lagacé tried driving it out, and he couldn't get it out of the zone. Harpin with it again, goes for the reset, back in the trapezoid behind Nikola Haletenko. Here comes Harpin, goes to his right side, short pass up to Frederick Grenon. Grenon sends this into the corner and goes off for his change. Puck picked up by Flannery, tried sending this up, and it gets caught. Now grabbing it is Pensabine. Can't get that puck out. Pensabine still battling. Puck goes to the corner. In after it, Marc-Antoine Lagacé. He comes around on the near side. Tried to get fancy. Loses that puck as a Cardinal takes it away. And here goes Jackson Pensabine. Centering pass is tipped away and controlled by Leandre Jodouin. Tried clearing it, sending it the length of the ice, jumping in, grabbing it. Jeff Vallone. Vallone couldn't maintain possession. Puck goes to Kevin Green. Green passes it forward. Mateo Torres lets it go by him. He races off to get a quick change as he is tired. Picking that puck up, Cody Morton. Morton passes this across for Jamie Beaufils. Beaufils loses this puck as he made his break into the center. And I believe that was Gavin Tribley who tried to flick that off the glass, but it went too high and hit the netting. And so we'll have a face-off in the zone. .446 to go in this game. I don't know what happens if they tie. We'll find out, maybe. Maybe we won't. Puck comes back. Hapke shot. Save made. Joy. And coming out, Carson Berg loses his puck in the neutral zone. Jack McGowan flicks it hard at the body of Griffin Mayo. Now coming back with that puck is Hapke. Hapke sends this in on net, and Derek Joy is going to hold on to it for a faceoff. 4:39 to go in regulation. Make that 4:37 because the clock operator is probably hungry. 4:36 now. Well, face-off won by Fisher. They flick that out and down. That'll come back. 4:28 to go. Obviously, that attempt at curling was poor. That puck ripped right through the houses. Face-off won by Fisher. Pass across for Mayo is picked off by Hapke. Diving after that puck is Eisenhut to spear it out into the neutral zone. Drop pass by Carson Berg. Loose puck, and it is held onto by Nicolas Haletenko. That wasn't Berg. I'm sorry. That was Valone. That cross was sent to. 4:06 to go in this game. In regulation, anyway. Chance Bears taking the face off against Jordan Waite. Bears sends this into the corner. Poked at and grabbed by Nathan Gagnon. Takes us through the trapezoid. Held in by Dylan Joy. Kicked back behind the net by Nicola. Back out. Dylan Joy sends this back in towards the trapezoid. Bounces back out. Sandro LaPietra brings this puck up. Passes it across to Frederic Gagnon. Gagnon sends this around behind the net. Coming in hot is Vincent Dion. Dion trying to guard that puck. Comes up high for Nathan Gagnon. Sends this back into the corner for Dion. Dion back to Gagnon. And this comes out into the neutral zone. Sean Olheim picks it up. Tried to give a short pass to Chance Bear. Gets taken away by Bishop. Here's Nathan Gagnon in and couldn't get that shot off. Dylan Joy with it. Dylan loses that puck. Goes over to Olheim. Olheim sends this up into the neutral zone. Excuse me. That was Bear sent that off. And Olheim hit it with a high stick. But that puck went out of play all the way down in the Bishop's end. And so face-off at the Bishop's zone. Pensabine with the face-off for Fisher. Face-off won by Bishops. And Chirino not able to hold that in at the point. Chases after that puck, trying to get possession, taken away from Paquin. Paquin trying to drive that puck in, turns. And Mateo tried clearing it. Held in by Leandre Jodouin. Now this puck comes out into the neutral zone. Harpin with it. Harpin gets this up for Fennel. Fennel sends this in deep. Dylan Joy back there. Picks this puck up. This comes out back into the neutral zone. Dumped back in by Bishops. And that's Kevin Green. Puck goes to Kevin Green. He misses it. Comes up on the near side for Mateo Torres. Torres can't bring that puck out. Chirino grabs it at the trapezoid, rips it all the way around. Tried to get hustled around by Pensabine, but held in by Liam Harpin in the corner. Fisher coming out, long cross-ice pass, goes to Mateo. Torres gets hit. Torres can't get that shot off. He had three guys on him. Puck taken away by Harpin. Harpin drop pass to Cote. Cote sends this across for Fennel. Fennel tries punching into the offensive end, loses the puck once he does, and Harpin going over to pick it up. Liam in his own end with less than 2 minutes to go. Passes this puck up to Paquin. Devin tries to put it behind him, or Denev. Couldn't do it. Puck comes back to Liam Harpin. Harpin sends it forward. Goes off the stick of Jeff Valone high into the air. Drops down in the Fisher end. Tipped forward. Going after it is Valone. Valone spears it into the corner. Nathan Gagnon going after it. And a hard hit against the boards is Griffin Mayo. Coming back out. Liam Harpin over the blue line. Moves forward. Drop pass. Shot. Save off the glove. Rebound comes into the slot from a knee. Jeff Valone passes this forward for Dylan Joy. Joy tries dumping it in and does. Jordan Waite collects that puck, goes into his trapezoid with just over a minute to go. Aubert couldn't bring that out. Puck taken away by Jonah Reshore. Reshore shot off the stick of Nikola Haletenko up into the netting. We'll have a face-off in Bishop University's end of the ice, and there's 1 minute of play remaining in this 2-2 game here in the third period. Jonah Reshore sliding in to take the face-off against Jamie Beaufils. Reshore sends this over to the boards for Chapman. Chapman puts this on net, save made. Rebound on the side of the trapezoid. Reshore trying to get it. He goes down. Puck picked up by Bishop. Coming out with it, Jordan Waite. Waite into the ozone. Sends this puck around. No, it doesn't get around, and coming back checking is Reshore. Couldn't get that puck out, though. Goes behind the net. Sherino gets it. Sends this up along the boards. Held in by Grennan. 35 seconds ago. Shot save made by Joy. Puck cleared out through the neutral zone. Going back for Jamie Beaufils. Beaufils brings this into his trapezoid. Cuts right away. And finds his way, sneaks his way around Jack Chapman. Now he sends this up into the air, into the corner, going after it. Kevin Green 15 seconds ago. Green rips this around on the far side. Marc-Antoine Lagacé catches it and puts it back into the trapezoid. Marchand can't catch it, though. And Green sends this forward. Mateo Torres going after it. Can't catch that puck before the period ends. And after 3 periods of play, it is Bishop's University 2 and St. John Fisher University 2. And somebody that's read the rules, I think we're doing 4-on-4, 3-on-3. It's going to be it is a 3-on-3. What do you say, 5 minute or 10 minute? 5 minute. I forgot to pay attention. A 5-minute overtime period, instant win, and sudden death, depending on which side you're on of the puck. Same thing. What a game. St. John Fisher being outshot by Bishop's University 54-27. That means somebody owes Derek Joy a cheeseburger, a steak, and an ice cream cone. Definitely. Made 52 saves. Unbelievable. Well, he's got a long ride home. Oh, hopefully they got the bus and he can sleep. So he's got what, about 4.5, 5-hour drive back to St. John Fisher. 3 hours to Parrish, and from Parrish to there is an hour and a half. That's 4.5 hours. And that's by car. Yep, could be 5 hours by bus. They may stop along the way to get something to eat also, because they're going to be driving from lunchtime until dinner time. So here we go. 3-on-3 for Bishop's University. We got Liam Harpin, Frederick Renan, and some other guy. I think it's Marc-Antoine Lagacé. For St. John Fisher, we got Eisenhut, Dylan Joy, and Mateo Torres. Puck comes back to the Cardinals' end. Dylan Joy with it. Dylan passes up for Torres, and Mateo's going to cycle this back into his zone. Wasn't ready. Well, for the break that Eisenhut took. Back to Joy, back to Torres. Torres, that's offsides. Oh, no, I guess he crossed at the right time. I don't know, whatever. Puck comes back. Liam Harpin with it for Bishops. Harpin coming down on the far side. Nobody on him. Moves, shot, save made by Derek Joy. Nobody checked him. Jamie Beaufils in. Takes that face off. One by Fisher. Puck move forward for Jonah Reshore. Reshore passes across and couldn't connect with Jeff Malone. Puck comes back the other way. Sherino chasing after it, as is Paquin. Sherino takes out Paquin as he steps on the puck. Puck is at Sherino's skate, finds it, puts it to the trapezoid. Paquin there, getting all wrapped up by Sherino. Paquin comes away with that puck, comes out in front, shot, save made, rebound, knocked away by Sherino. Puck finds its way over to the near side for Jeff Vallone. Vallone, his end of the ice, passes this puck across to Dylan Joy. Here's Dylan over the blue line into the O-zone. Dylan, backhand, forehand, and he can't finish. Puck taken away by Leandre Jodouin. Passes his puck over to Cody Morton. Morton in, drop pass, shot, blocked in front. Going to pick it back up. Jack Knox sends this to the point, and Leandre couldn't keep it in. And Dylan Joy couldn't take it away. Back in the zone, Jack McGowan. Or Jack Knox. That's Jack. Dylan Joy steals that puck. Joy on the ice with Vallone and Mayo. Joy has that knocked away by Morton. Recovers. Joy in the neutral zone, switches places with Mayo. He's in the offensive end. Has that puck knocked away, and Mayo there. Tries toe dragging it by Hapke, but can't. Hapke takes his puck away. Comes over on the near side. Hapke coming down. Hapke on the right side, stops short of this face-off circle, comes up to the point, backhands this puck over for Cody Morton. Morton sends this in for Grennan. Grennan takes us back out into the neutral zone. Why not? We got time to kill. I got nothing to do. Pass in his own zone with Marc-Antoine Lagacé. Lagacé coming down on the right side. Out in front. Shot, save made. Rebound comes up high. Hapke can't get it. Collects this puck in the neutral zone, and Bishop's University gets themselves reset. Pass forward, Frederic Grenon, and that gets poked away by John Sherino. Sherino and Torres trying to get that puck. Torres trying to get it away from Lagacé, and this puck comes up to the point, and Liam Harpin's going to bring this back to his zone. So we can get some partial line changes. Jamie Beaufils on the ice now with Grenon. Harpin crosses over into the O-zone. Harpin into the middle. Couldn't get that backhand shot over. Follows that into the corner. Drops his back up high for Beaufils. Beaufils comes up into the middle. Center slot position. Cycles around. New legs on the ice. Danev Paquin. Beaufils with it. Beaufils turned, very short pass to Harpin. Harpin sends this forward, blocked by Dylan Joy. Joy looking for a way to come out. Saucer passes this through the air to Torres. Torres picks this up off the boards, looking for somebody in the middle. Nobody there. Center point, one-timer goes into the corner. Griffin Mayo must have had his eyes crossed. 1 minute remaining in this overtime period. Beaufils into the O-zone. Beaufils, shot, misses wide left. Coming back to grab that puck is Jeff Vallone. Vallone sends it behind the goal. Jodam picks this up for Bishop. Passes this over for Jack Knox. Knox couldn't get a shot off. As a bank passes to Paquin. Paquin sends this in deep for Knox. Knox cycles around. Passes over to Jodouin. Jodouin couldn't have a shot. Goes to the slot. Gives this to Knox. And out it comes. Collected by Leandre Jodouin in his end of the ice. 18 seconds to go. Pass around, and that is knocked to the corner by Griffin Mayo. Griffin trying to come up. This might be the last shot of the game. Mayo moves into the slot, has that puck poked away. Coming back with it the other way, Jack McGowan. McGowan over the blue line, sends it through, goes to the corner, and that's going to do it. And this game, I believe, is going to end in a tie. Are we going to do shootout? And so something else is going to happen. We're going to have a shootout. The worst way to end a hockey game, by shootout. So each team will send 3 shooters. After those 3 shooters, if the game is still tied, it will be 1-1 for each team until a goal is scored and we have a victory. Each team will have a chance each round to try to tie it up. But it comes down to this disgusting way to end a hockey game. I'd rather we just kept playing period after period after period, just like we did back in the 80s. So St. John Fisher defers first shot to Bishop's University. Bishop's first shooter, Frederick Grenon. Make sure you follow him. Ready in net, Derek Joy. Here's Grenon. Coming in, weaves his way around, shot, and a save by Derek Joy. First shooter, Mateo Torres for St. John Fisher. Goes wide to his right, comes out in the front. Backhand shot. Oh, and sliding out. Nicholas Aletenko making that save. And there it is again. Oh, right by the camera. That's weird how that's working now. Second shooter, Jack Knox. Knox shot, save me. Again, here's Knox, came over onto his right, tried to go 5-hole. Oh no, it went in. Holy cow, I missed it. That was a goal. Look at me, not paying attention. So goal scored. Here is Garrett Eisenhut. And there's a save. So it comes down to the third shooter. If Bishops scores, Bishops wins. If Bishops does not score, then St. John Fisher will have one more opportunity. Here's Danev Péquin. He comes over to his right side as well. The lefty shooter out in front. Shot! They are undefeated this weekend. They'll come away with a 3-2 victory here in a shootout fashion. The Bishop University Gators. They're the only team that can be 3-0. They are the winners of the Burning Leaves tournament. So we're going to stick around here for the presentation of the trophy.
Like this, is it fun?
Hey, you're good.
I'm gonna go down and come back.
So they'll go through the handshake line. Again, what a terrible way to end a game. Exciting, yes, but so much pressure put on the goaltender when you've got a whole rest of the team that needs to also be participating. So hands get shaken, babies get kissed. The Bishop's University Gators come away as the champion of the Burning Leaves tournament, as they are the only team that could have gone 3-0 coming into today, and 3-0 they have gone.
That is what St. John Fisher Scoreboard presented today's short tournament of the Burning Leaves tournament is AAU College Hockey Division III Commissioner T.C. Harris.
And Griffin Mayo accepts that second place trophy for St. John Fisher.
The Burning Leaves tournament,
And Joseph Aubert, c'est les victoires. C'est les fous. Bonne chance, messieurs. So that'll do it here. Next game coming up after the players are going to come out and warm up, and then they'll have an ice cut, and then I will be live with our next game between Jefferson Community College and I forgot who they're playing. But we'll check it out. You'll see. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so that you're notified anytime I go live. You'll be able to see not just games, but moving forward, I'm going to be publishing other videos as I expand my public address announcing, emceeing, and my inspirational speaking career as we finish out 2025. So from the Burning Leaves tournament, where the Bishop's University Gators are the winner in Saranac Lake Civic Center in Saranac Lake, New York, hosted by Paul Smith's College, I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day, make it a great day.